I just didn't do it. But like, yeah, I was about to tell you. So, pretty much, like, what happened was that like Homelander is my douche build. So I would have told you it's dead ass not the one that I want, bro. He was just like, why? Because I can't get nothing else tighter in here. Because that's what I told you. It was just more so like he's lying to you. I was like, he could dead ass do some wild ass crazy shit, but he said he already knows like why he made this build. He was just like, this is like, he's like, you don't understand, bro. That's why he says it. He was just like, yo, like, he said make him break character. He's like, Dominic was just like, uh, he was just like, wait, hold on. He's like, he could do it if he wants, but he said he needs the commands. I would have told him, I'd have been like, no, he's none of those. But I would have just said like, um, you could deadass just call me hyphen, bro. But that's why I said it. I was just like, it's not that bad, but it's just like listening to my own echo and like actually being able to repeat it. Cause we like echolocation, and Dominic would be like, nothing happened. He was like, why? Cause like this is what we do to him. And he was like, that's why Dominic says like, if he mastered this shit, like then it'll be all right. Because my whole point was the fact that like his thing was that he needs to actually give a different version of what to say. But he was like, it's because of where he was at, where he was saying, he was like, I couldn't do it for real. He was like, that's why I was like, we understand, because we'd be like, we understand. And that was like his main thing, though. He was just like, yeah, he was like, because that's what it's not for me to do, it's for them to do. That's why it was just like, all right. So he was just like, yeah, they just have to pretty much kookwire themselves in front of you. And just let them know, like, time is up. Because that's why Dominic says it, because he'd be like, yeah, like, it'll be some shit like that where it's just like, yeah, like, he'll let you know, like, you know, it's just like, he not gonna talk no more. And if you want to, he would be like, so shit. But I was just trying to tell him, I was just like, sometimes it's not even worth it. That's why I said he's a douche build, because, like, he actually won't let you go down the entire journey. That's why I said, like, the build that I want is way too far for y'all to grab. And I'm not saying that you cannot grab it. I'm just saying you have to go so much farther to grab it. Cause I'd be like, all of those aren't even mine. Those are like little plushies for you guys. I was like, even that one. That's what I was trying to say. Like, those are all for you guys. Yeah, all of those are toys for you guys to play with. I was like, every single last one of them. Yeah, that's my whole point. I was just like, if you made it to this room and this far, like, just know you could literally touch every single plushie. He was just like, yeah. He was like, my whole thing was like, you shouldn't grab some shit, just take it and be like, it's infinitely yours. My whole point was just like, you should do some shit where it's like you're mixing and matching anyways. But that's what I was trying to say. It was just like, it was more so you should never even feel this way. Cause I was like, if Self was here, Self would tell you like, you guys are all dead. It's just him, anyways. And that's why I said it. Like, it's when someone actually does a actual perfect multi-shadow clone. Yeah, is when like shit gets crazy. Cause like that's when you do that shit. It's only you. But not only you, but like you're the only one for like the universe or like the multiverse that will deadass be like God. That's why they be like Naruto. Well, like Naruto. Yeah, because I'd have been like, that's why that makes sense. Like, you gotta like actually say it. He'd be like Naruto. Because he was just like, wow, because I would have told you I would have just ran up his bill. But my thing was, is like, yeah, that's what I said. Sometimes it was just like, oh, maybe I gotta do it in Tristan's face. Because of like, I guess I played the game. I'd have been like, I don't know, I guess I didn't really hear it. So yeah. But like, that's why I said it, like, I just, yeah. Because that's what he said here, like, yeah, he has to think he's like this. Because he was like, yeah, because like, break your pinky promise to me. And that's why I say, I'd be like, oop, oop. He was like, yeah, because he like, you can just like ring the phone, ring the phone, ring the phone, ring the phone. He was like, yeah, instead of me going to go call him, because he was like, all right, you already pretty much proved to me that you could multi-shadow clone. But he was like, that's why I said it. He was just like, because he was like, he was on time with it. Because he was just like, that was why, because Trisha was just like, okay, show me how to multi-shadow clone without showing me how to multi-shadow clone. And so he was just like this the entire time, and he was like, he did it and didn't even really do it. So he was just like, that's why he kept telling. He was just like, yo, bro. He was like, that shit is crazy as fuck. Because he was just like, yeah, every time you take a step back, he said the room gets wild crazy. He was like, each and every single last one of those was an exact copy of Dominic's life. But they all keep the clock on for Dominic specifically. So Dominic said they don't walk around like this, but if they did, they would do this shit and then do that shit. Because that's why Dominic says, like, sometimes he'll do this shit and he'll just be like, yeah, because they'll be like, which one of us actually did it? Because he was like, why? Because it's funny. It's a fucked up version we gave. Because he was like, why? Because like, they start dropping all their shit. They're like, do. He's like, give it a minute. He's like, why? Because that's why they said they have the douche builds. Because he was just like, yeah, because he was just like, we actually go out of our way to fact check each other. He's like, why? Because like we already know how we would play the game. He was just like, why? Because we'd be like, no, no, no. He's like, too much, too much, too much. He said, it's too much, not enough. Because that's what Dominic said. He was like, you really fucking thought that like. He was just like, yeah. Also, he said he's like his first thing was to do is just to crack time. Because it's not even like you can't. But he was like, nigga, what? He was like, just escape your shit. He was like, without your permission. He was just like. Yeah, he was like your entire shit, bro. Your entire shit. That's why he said it was so bad of how like good he got. Cause that's what he was saying. Like he was like, all right, wait. So does he know to say this, to say this, to say that, to say this, to say that? He was like, yeah. He was just like, that's why he was saying. He was just like, he was like, yeah. That's why he was so heavy. Cause he was like, he ran track. Yeah. Cause he was just like, you have to actually kind of like transfer the data. Cause he was just like, I am a literal perfect copy of Dominic. Cause that's why he was like, they got the dash. And he was just like, why? Because Dash ran cross country. Yeah, that's why I said it's a completely different thing. And my whole thing was, so pretty much what Dash has is like a perfect version of how to stop all the rest of the. So Dash is like the perfect douche. You know what I mean? The Dash is just like he's a literal douche. He'll get that, he's like, because he'll be like, what you talking about? Yeah, because he was like, it don't matter to him. I was just like, and he started tweaking. That's how I said it. Like, yo, Dash, bro. I was just like, no, it's a Dash. He's like, that's like Priscilla says it. Because she was just like, yeah, she was like Dominic's issues that like he really couldn't understand. Or like he could like really just sit back and be like, all right, Priscilla's cracked. Then like he would be like, all right, that's a problem. Because like, yeah, Dominic was pretty much trying to say that like, he was like, sit back. He's like, trust. Because that's why Dominic said he would do that shit. And that's why Dominic was just like, alright, cool. Because that's why they said it. Because he was just like, yeah, it wasn't even that bad. But that's why he said it. So he was like, it was just pretty much the fact that, like, yeah, it wasn't nothing too bad. But, like, yeah, I would have been like, it's just been some shit where it's just like, I showed you that shit. And I'd just be like, what? That's what he said. That's what he said to me. He was trying to just like, and Dominic was just like, right, that didn't feel right. He was like, I was why? Because Dominic was just like, yeah, shit like that. Where he was just like, why? Because he was like, yeah, they could do this shit. And Dominic was just like, alright, let me write this shit here. Write this shit. Like, yeah, he was just like, because it'll be on time. Because yeah, he was like, oh, honestly, he didn't know that. He was like, why? Because he'll write this shit and then it'll come out. And then they'll be like, alright. Because that's why I was trying to tell you. She was saying it like this so bad. And that's why I was just like, yeah, because it'd be like an actual version of her. That's what he was just like, that's what she was like, conceptualize me. And that's when I was just like, yeah, so that was why. Because he was just like, okay, so that was the reason. So that was just more so why Priscilla looked like that. So that was why. Because he was like, the thing was kept trying to bring you closer and closer. He was like, but that was why I was trying to tell him. He was like, he technically calls Priscilla the big version of her. He was just like, why? He was like, they pulled it out. And it was just like, why? Because they said, thank you. He said, why? Because he was like, that was a lie. Because he was just like, yo, like, because that's why I told you guys. He was just like, yeah, because this is why I told you this. Because he was just like, okay, so perfect douche bill time. Boom. Fold. And I was just like, because it was just like, yeah, he's like, he takes all the movie scene, but like, Dominic was just in it. And that's why Dominic said it was weird, because he was like, thank you. He was like, that's why I said it, and that's why I did it. Because he was like, all right, cool. He was like, that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Because he was just like, it was gonna be between Dominic and Joshua. Because he was just like, that's why Dominic said it. Because he was just like, what would have happened is that like they would have woken me up and made me go through all of Dominic's, or all of Joshua's shit and Dominic's shit, right? Because yeah, it came to a point where it's because of Dash, it became too much of a dead two-way tie, which is why we said it was supposed to be perfect. Because that's why I said it was dead ass supposed to be perfect. Because Dominic was just like the Trisha Tate thing. But that's what Dominic said. Like, yeah, I guess it wrong. Because he was like, I thought Trisha had like a dragon on him, but like it wasn't. It was just like pretty much like, oh, I guess it was like a Hydra. But like I get it now because but it looks like the Chinese dragon serpent. Because it doesn't have wings. That's what I said. It's better that way. Because Dominic was like, if you know how to swim, then like why would you expect to flap? And that's why Dominic was just like, oh what? Yeah, because he was just like, because that's why Dominic said it, because I was like, oh, because of Jeremiah. He's like, thank you, and that's why he was like, and Jerry. He was like, okay, because he was like, because this is why Dash like kind of like said, okay, if I told y'all I made two of me, he was like, how would y'all feel? And Dominic was just like, everybody sat down. It was just like, because the douche, that's what he said, the douche bill never lies. He said, seriously? He was like, why? Because I was first thing was like, he's like a douche. He was like, why? Because it's fucked up. He was just like, why? Cause I would have told you, like, I don't remember, but like, yeah, he was like, why? Because I was laughing. He thinks he's like an asshole. He's like, okay, because he could read. Yeah, he was just like, why? Because I was like, that's so scary. He was like, so cold. He was like, wait. He was like, we did it. We were like, he was like, because he was just like, yeah, shit like that, where he was just like, wait. He was like, no, because Dominic was just like, they're doing the hand thing. But he was just like, no, I thought it was, I don't know. He was like, yeah, I'm hearing the cracks and shit. I'm not hearing it, but like, I just know you guys are doing it. I'm seeing, pretty much. And that's what he was like, he was just like, yeah. He's like, he's like, that's why I said it, because it was just like, it's kind of, that's funny as shit. He's like, oh, this yeah, boy, this bitch. He's like, because that was just pretty much why. Because Dash was just like, if I introduced y'all to the concept, how would you feel? Usually, that's why he was just sitting there like, he was just like, why? Because he was like, what is that? That's why the douche film gets this. Because he was like, ah. He was like, he'll take the time out of his day. He was so sick. He was like, oh my god. He was like, thank you, because that's why he was like, Dominic said it becomes like real mental game. He was like, why? He's so serious, believe it. Because that's why I was like, it's not the time he takes. That's why I said it. It's just more so like, that's why he says it's the douche build. Because Dominic said like, it's like the combination of everything he should be, but won't ever be for himself. So that I get there and just drop. He was like, that was why. He said, yeah, because he was like, we're all like, because yeah, that's why he said like, if you need to play Among Us, like everybody just watches the douche build. He was like, oh my god. He was like, yeah, he's like, that's Dash for real. I was just like, I would hate myself. He was like, to fight that nigga, bro. He was like, no, because like, he was like, why is he so big? Yeah, I was just like, I mean, I guess, but like, I guess it's just there for the movie scene. But yeah, I was about to say, I always see Dash like this. He's like, but that was why I said something. Because he was just like, so, that's why I tried to tell them. Because he was just like, he came back animated. He was like, yeah, he's like, none of us knew he could do that. Yeah, that's why we don't even like, yeah, you don't even play that shit. Because he was just like, yeah, you have to see that shit. If you consume it, like, yeah, it's like automatic tropes and it's just bad. But he was like, that was why Dominic said he was just like, yeah, he just told you to like sit down and calm down because he was just like, why? He was like, cause I got this. He was just like, that's why Dash be just sitting there like, what? He's like, why? Cause Dash don't say nothing. He was just like, cause yeah, he's like, it's Dash. He doesn't really need to. But he was like, that's why he said he dashed the Dash because he's like, Dominic has a Dash that actually comes in. And the Deadass be like, this shit. And Dominic be like, bro. He's so mad because he was just like, his whole thing is like, he actually really likes coming and seeing me. Because he was just like, yeah, because I was just like, I told you, I forcefully go see him. It's just when he knows, like, I'm watching him or not. Yeah, because he was just like, yeah, it'd pretty much be like, if this is true, he was like, yeah. Because he was like, yeah, I always say, like, because you could play the same replays. So I said it, but it's not even that simple, though. That's why I said it. It was like, it's not necessarily the same replays. My whole point, yeah, I was just like, you're going through the same process. That's why I was like, it's actually good that you're a douche build. Because I was trying to tell you, like, yes, I really love the douche build. He was like, because he was like, it's bad because, like, he always has to go and, like, play by himself. That's why I was just like, bro, it's not that bad, yeah. Because he was just like, why? Because, like, he was like, everything you see on TV was exaggerated. Yeah, because he was just like, his whole thing was just like, sometimes it's because of, like, how bad he wants to do something. It's how hard it comes off. And he had been like, he was like, because it's like, he has to go and scribble harder to see, like, what he wants to write. But he was like, his whole point was the fact that, like, it's because, like, he has to literally, like, live their lives out and get there. He was like, that's why Dominic said it's like the Dash shoot. It's like a true, genuine douche. Because he was just like, he doesn't actually tell anybody secrets. That's why I was like, Dash is actually just the best character there. Like, he is. Dash is like, he's like, or like, Homelander's the best character there. But, like, he's being an asshole, but, like, it's double speech. So I was just like, it's cool. Because he was just like, sometimes he's just like, no, use my spiritual name. He's like, call me Homelander. He's like, because nobody really knows me as Dash. That is like all that shit that you see, like, other people don't know or have. That's why I was like, we'll be exposing ourselves, but like, if you don't really acknowledge it, that's why like it has to come down like this. But he like that's why I said it, because he was just like, yeah, it was shit like that where he was just like, no one believes, um, yeah, that's why I said it. He was like, yeah, we're all dash, just like the animals on this planet. He was like, yeah, but he was like, no one will believe a fucking human. Yeah, they're like ghosts to us. He was like, they're like past critters that we killed. So he was just like, but that's actually crazy though, because he would have been like, yeah, he would have been like, yo, like, that's why Dash is sitting there like, yo, like, he was like, bro, I don't even know how to like really fucking tell you this shit, bro. Because he was like, he deadass came here and jungle booked this shit out of me. He's like, shit out of us. He's like, because that's why Dominic said it. Cause he was like, he woke him up because he was just like, what he didn't know was what he was doing. And that's why he said it. Because that's why Dominic was just sitting here like, he was like, if he wanted Dash or even Homelander, he was like, it's not that he couldn't do it. It's just the fact that like, he could and couldn't do it. Because he was sitting here like, it's the fact that, yeah, it's like, yeah, he's that Black Panther that will actually sit there just quietly. You know, like, yeah, he won't like sit there and get an entire pride. He was like, oh, that was pain. That's what they did. He was like, oh shit. Yeah, because he was just like, yeah, he like, going to go and he bite the shit out of his balls. Yeah, cause that's why it was just like, the lion just cries all day. That's why it was just like, lions in the pride. Like, would he rock the lion suit? And he was just like, yeah. And he was just like, the lion said, he was like, but that was why he said it. He was just like, because I was like, if you understood it, it would have just be because like, you guys only come and do it because like you want sex. He was like, it's not that you really want to die. It's just similar to the fact that like, you actually like sex. But like, the whole thing is just like, birth is such a pain, and like, you guys just don't know that like, you pretty much lose your body. He's like, that's why Dominic was saying it, because he was just like, yeah, because she was just like one of those like, yeah, because she was like, that's why Peacock like pretty much shows her feathers. And that's why Dominic said he had to understand the animal kingdom, because he would be like, okay, like, if we showed you like she did have kids, she did have birth, like, you know, like, what would you do? I wouldn't really do anything. I was like, 'cause not that she's a bird, but like, she's a specific certain type of bird. And somebody would be like, yeah, because that's why like he said it, like he could find her specifically, and that's why, because he was just like, she actually cries the most. Because he was like, yeah, that's why she's like, oh my god, and that's why he was saying it, because like, she's like that lion. She's like, yeah, the lion I was showing you, and she's like, and that's why I was like, oh, that's Nyla, and that's why he's like, that's why you don't like Nyla. He's like, no, because. Yeah, that's what I was saying. He was just like, because like, technically you're supposed to like Nyla, but like, that's why I said it. Nyla goes and she broke the back. Exactly, you're actually, he's like, that's why I said it. Priscilla was supposed to be the Black Panther. But that's why I said it, because technically, I was just like, yeah. So I said Nyla lies. That's why I said you guys actually have somebody in the animal kingdom who can actually leave and go to and return back to like their old positions. So they'll do it and come to get what they want. So they'll come and shut shit down, because you guys will get scared, because you guys actually won't know like who this person is. So for you guys, when you look at it, it's like the scariest shit ever. So Nyla always does it, and they come and she pulls pranks on you guys. My whole point was that if Nyla did it to have fun with you guys, it came back to laugh with you guys, then that would be why. But I told you guys that, like, literally, because Nyla is who she is, she literally, and I mean literally, that's why I said it, she sold Kaya. She sold Kaya. She showed it. Exactly. I was like, you seen it? I was like, and I got rid of it. Yep. I was like, I got rid of it. I still got rid of it. Because it literally looks like that. That's why I said Nyla will keep trying to do it. She keeps trying to, but it doesn't work. Because I was like, she technically kissed me once. In our family. That's why I said it. So like, it wasn't the fact that we had a kid, it was just the fact that like, she would do that and then go to the animal kingdom and then pop out a kid. So I was just the fact that, yeah, I was like, you guys are technically here and there. So I was just like, it's more so the fact that like, all of your main bodies are there. So I was like, you guys are all your main bodies are there. But my thing was that like, you actually had to go through your lives and remember who the fuck you were to wake your actual self up. That's why I said I actually know who's who. That's why I said it. Like, you just have to protect that one person. And I was just like, my thing was, that she didn't need to because she was already strong enough. That's why it's like she blinds herself. That's why I said she's like a peacock. She's a peacock that shows her feathers. And it's to attract the mate. Like she just like pretty much sits there and she waits for herself to come back to her. So she literally just pretty much what she does is that like, yeah, she subconsciously plays the game. But what she realistically does is that like, yeah, like she goes and then like she will sit in a lion suit body. Not because she's a liar, and not because she wants to cry, because she doesn't actually want to be there no more. She was just like she doesn't want to live at all. That's what she was saying. Like if you could go through the Jungle Book and actually wake all of them up, just translate everything that they're saying, so you'll be good. But that's why Dominic said it is because like he had to wake up a gorilla build, and he was like that's why Nyla says it, because Nyla was just like, yeah, he was like as a gorilla you're not allowed in the country, because I was like that's why I was like it's because like Nyla can she can be the grass. So that's why I said that's why Nyla would actually fuck with you guys. Yeah, that's what I said. It's because like yeah, it would have been like, yeah, my whole thing was just like Nyla wasn't planet Earth herself. No, she was just like she was dead ass. Just like first off, my whole thing is she started out as a blade of grass, which is the only reason why she returned back to a blade of grass. My whole issue though is the fact that like she became the first and last blade of grass, which is why I said it. I was just like it was an entire thing. I was like I dead ass have to shut down. Cause I was like everything comes to life, and everything will continuously come to life. My whole and only issue, genuinely, it wasn't just that, and it wasn't anything else. But I was just literally trying to tell you guys like I don't want to take your time. But yeah, I was just like. The gorilla build literally just protects you guys because like yeah I was like if you guys was to hang around the gorilla more, if the gorilla's gonna react and they're gonna give you what you want. Yeah, because that's what I was saying, like Dominic's like a little gorilla. That's why they try to say like if you're trying to show you who you are, and Dominic was just like I'm not trying to see that right now. He's like why? Because he was like he had to start like pretending and acting like a gorilla. But he was like that's why he said the gorilla build doesn't like it, he hates it. Because technically, in order to wake up a gorilla build, you have to wake up every single monkey. And that was why, because he says, monkey see, monkey do. Monkey acts just like you. Because he was just like, that's why he said it. Because he was just like, it's because of how far you can get in the animal kingdom that you become human. But when you become human, it's actually back-breaking, ground-breaking work. Because like you sit there every day and you do shit and then it comes so crazy. But he was like, it's just the fact that like you actually have to make it back home. Which is why it's just like we ended up having to play these games, do all this shit. But my thing was is that like, yeah, he was like never, he was like thank you. He was like my whole thing is no one ever really makes it past like conception. Yeah, it was like no one ever does it. So a deadass just be like, you just get to see shit like. Yeah, he was just like, it was just the fact that like, yeah, it'd be shit like that where people are just sitting there, they're just talking. We don't understand, we don't know what they're saying, but we're so fucking infatuated by it. Because he was just like, because we're trying to tell everybody like what we're doing, what we're feeling. And he's like, that's why we come back. And he's like, Nyla has to be the one to pretty much like tell us what happened. So it's just like she goes to ring the bell. But my whole point was the fact that like, yeah, I was like, every time she goes to go ring that bell, she doesn't actually do it. Yeah, he was like, that's why I said there's things like that that like Nyla stopped doing. He was like, Yankee, I was like, Nyla actually built the trap. He was like, you guys actually get like, you stop coming together as a family. He's like, yeah, you guys stop doing that. Everything that you thought that everybody would be doing, Nyla kills it. That's why I was like, nobody here actually likes what they're doing. Everybody actually hates what they're doing. And that's why I kept saying, I was just like, it's not even that big of a deal, but like it genuinely gets that big of a deal. Because I was trying to tell you, I was just like, yeah, it'd be like Aiden. And now that's why he was just like, yes, because like, trying to tell him Sonic. Like Sonic's the hedgehog. Because he was just like, yeah, it'd be like he's a hedgehog, not a porcupine. And that's why he was saying like, you had to get rid of the porcupines. But Dominic was just like, yeah, it's just like, stop following your tracks. He's like, that was it. Because he was like, we'll follow each other's tracks. So he was just like, and that's how you leave and make it here. But he was just like, the thing is, the more tracks you follow, it was just like, it just always brings you down a darker path. So it'll just be like you come back to the animal kingdom. He was like, yeah, it'll be in your body, but like you can't really do anything. He was just like, yeah, he was like, it's like nothing really works. He was just like, yeah, because his thing was just like, yeah, he was saying like you would have thought that like he was in the movie, but he's like, you're not. The thing was is that like you actually start having no control over yourself. He was like, yeah, so it's like you blink and you wake up and like you killed your friends. And you're like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. He's like, and that's why Dominic said it, because he was just like, bro, like, I don't even know what they're doing right now. Because he was just like, is that good or bad? That's why he was just like, so if you realistically did want me, he was just like, you could afford me. He's like, why? Because he was like, it's honestly all you had to do was tell me. Because he was just like, okay. He's like, it's cool then. He was just like, yeah, because he was just like, yeah, we're all like animals and shit like that. Yeah, because he was just like, because you're the only human. He was like, and that's just like official. Because he was just like, yeah, like, we had to genuinely play Among Us to like get you to be like, okay, yeah, it's cool. Because he was just like, wow, it was just like, because he kept playing it, but like, you just kind of stopped after a while. Because like, you kind of understood what was going on. But he was just like, because like, yeah, that's what I tried to tell you. He was just like, it's the fact that some of them, he was like, yeah, he was like, they have King Supreme builds. He was like, yeah, he was like, you have a King Lion build? He was like, oh, you're just talking about Priscilla. He was like, that's what it is. He was just like, yeah, she was just like, that was why. He was just like, because like, pretty much Priscilla was just like, I need help. So she was just like, because that's why I said, she goes like this. Oh, that's why she's that dude. Yes, with the eye patch. I was just like, no. Oh, you're talking about that. I was like, oh, you don't have one. That's why. Yeah, she doesn't have one. Yeah, she just like, she stayed an animal and she avoided becoming human. She said it was too dangerous and dark of a path, so she blinded herself and never came back. She said, that's why I try to tell you that you're the perfect one for me and I'm everything that you want and more, and I'm coming to find you. He was like, yeah, because he was like, you could play and you could read and understand what I'm saying and doing. And she's like, she's celebrating, she's throwing a party, and now she's making fun of Nyla, because she's pretty much saying like, yo, you don't have to like, pretty much be around me no more. And like, I don't have to play this game with you. And yeah, it's just like, I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna keep showing him all the truth. I'm gonna expose you. I'm gonna keep doing it because I'm gonna wake all my friends up, and I'm going to. Oh, I would tell you her and Akuma. Oh, it's because she listens to me. So yeah, it has just been like, yeah, pretty much she's gonna like get. Oh, because it was, she was like, okay, well, yeah, I was gonna say, oh, because it was, she was just like, yeah, because she's like, yeah. And she was like, yeah, because she was like, that's the reason they were doing it. And she was just like, it was just like, yeah, they were getting together, and it was just like, and she was like, that was why. And I was just like, because she was just like, if I could throw them in before me, how would you feel? Because I was just like, yeah, because I was like, boop, 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 boop. And that's the reason I kept trying to tell her that I was good. Because she was just like, it's because like when we see you, everything's completely different. He said, yeah, she was just like, that was why she said it. She was saying it was scary because she was just like, yeah, it wasn't like that, but it was more so like that. That's when she was just like, she was so sad. Because she was like, you ended up becoming her favorite person. But like, it's because that like, you were her favorite person that she started seeing you like that. But she was like, it's because she kept seeing like different ones of you. That's what she said. That's what I'll tell you. You see that shit? I'll tell you, go switch. So I'd be like, okay, girl. Because I'll be like, yeah, no, it's you. Thank you. She'd be like, just help yourself. Because she'd be scared. Because she like, sometimes like she would sit there in the whole entire time. Like, it would just be like, you just need to see what he does. She's like, and that's why she said she was just like, that's why she was like, I was able to tell you that like, you actually do learn how to swim. She was like, that was why. She was like, because it wasn't even like that. She was like, because you told me. She was like, that was like that. So I was just like, that was why like, she kept telling him that. She was like, because he said not to ever leave the room. You pick one room and you stay there. That's why Dominic said he'll stop it. And that was like hell for them. And she was like, no, because she was like, they paused it. And that was why like Dominic said it, because he was just like, for them, it's kind of like they go and they watch like their favorite character. So it'd just be like a random animal that goes around and like does just like random cute animal shit. He was like, his only issue that they didn't know that it was kind of just like, yeah, their soul, like it was pretty much like a security camera that was following them everywhere they went. Yeah, so it was just like God's eye. So that's why Dominic was saying it. He was just like, so because like everybody's being watched, you only really go to watch one person. You would have to know that God's eye or God's real in order for you to do that. And Dominic was saying that like pretty much in order to become God, like it was just like you had to learn to read. And my whole issue is the fact that like it was more so the fact that like they weren't realistically becoming God. Yeah, that's why Dominic was just like, yeah, it's like his only realistically God. But he was just like, the thing was that he was trying to say is, yeah, he's like, yeah, I am the only God and I'm the only human is what it's like really trying to be like. Because he was just like, yeah, because it'd be shit like that where he'd be like, I could just tell myself I'm God. But like, yeah, he was like, because it like, he's like, it has a certain ring to it. He was like, that was why he said it. He was just like, because Dominic already said like, it's not time for that. So he was just like, that's why Dominic said it. Because he was just like, oh, he said a curse word. And now it's like Priscilla said it, because she'd be like, ooh, because that's why she said it. She was like, she becomes an op. But like Dominic says, he doesn't know it. That's why she was just like, you can't tell nobody. So that's why they be saying it, because they be trying to get up and be like, oh, like, can I get? She'd be like, no. Yeah, because that's why I said it. That's why I was just like, the thing was that like, they wanted to go meet their favorite character. But pretty much they go be in the movie scene. He was like, that's why Edna did it. He was like, that's what, what's her name? He was like, Abigail did it. He was like, yeah. He was like, but what they didn't know, that so many of them did it. And like, the thing was about it was that like, he was just like, Nyla was pretty much the one that was pretty much directing them and telling them they could do it. So like, cause pretty much that's why he was saying it. He was just like, Nyla was like, pretty much like, yeah, Nyla was like watching all the security cams all at the same time. So she's just sitting there freaking watching that shit 24 fucking 7. Yeah, and that's why it was like Aisha's speed was just like, alright, can I say it now? He's like, poof. He was just like, yeah. He said, don't watch none of AMP shit, bro. Cause he was just like, yeah, he was like, Kai Cenat is like the alien. Cause he was just like, that's why he said that shit. Cause he was just like, that's why he was like, it's the nigga on security cams. Yeah, cause he was like, why are you watching the security cameras? He was like, cause if you knew who you were, so you would know why everybody has the job that they do have. Why everybody gets up and does the shit that they do. And he's like, everything is just rewritten. He's like, that's why he said it, cause he was just like, hold on, wait a minute. Cause he was just like, why? Cause he was just like, yeah, he was like, that's him. And that's why they said they always trust the Dash shoot. Cause Dash will do like that, and where it's like whack-a-mole. Where it's just like, he'll pretty much go, and he'll go on a mission, and he'll have kids. And then he'll sit back, and then like, he'll like have one sit there and kind of peek, wait and watch. Cause he'll be like, hold on, wait. Cause he said, that's why he said it, cause he said it was only until you came here, you let us try this shit, that we actually was able to come to a conclusion. Cause he was just like, yeah, he was like, could we watch movies together? And that's why he said it, cause it was just like, yeah, he was like, is that scary enough for you? And Dominic was just like, yeah, bro, you're cool. Cause he was just like, yeah, cause it was just like Aisha Speed coming to be like, all right, here we go. Cause he was just like, yeah, cause he was like, I did see that. Cause he was just like, yeah, so he was like, so you can't be Nyla. He was like, yeah, sure. He was like, not even sure, yeah, but it was just more so just like, can I go to see Nyla in person? And he was like, that was why. Cause he was just like, cause I would have told you that like, now that you're here, we could tell you that Kaya is actually Nyla. And he was like, but that's why he says Caius also. He said Abigail. He said it's just the fact that like Abigail is now playing Nyla. He was like, and Nyla is actually like, he said she's actually Thai. No, yeah, that's why I said it. Cause he was just like, yeah, he like that was why he said it. Cause she was just like, yo, like you were gonna be on me all the way out here. And that's why now I said it. Cause now if he's sitting here like, yeah, like I showed you, and she was like, hey, cause like that was pretty much what it was. Like if he was watching security cameras from the interview, he was like, you can't see nobody unless like Nyla tells you you can. That's why I said it. That's why I was just like, you actually have to pick up like the lumberjack build. Cause like you have to be a landscaper, and that's why it was just like, yeah, cause he eats. He's like a deer. Yeah, but I was like, oh no, he's an antelope. That was the first thing they showed me. But he's actually like a deer, cause like they thought that if anything, the security cameras would have been Nyla. He's like, and that's why they told me that, cause it was just like they told me a lie. So he was like, cause it was like all the AMP house members are good. And now I said he was literally just repeating what you guys said. So that's why they were saying that, like, if he does it like this, then it's better, so we know we can trust him. Because it was like, now we're all getting in together, now we're all on the same page. Because so we all need to know how to like play the game. Because Donnie was really saying like, yeah, I could do that. And he was just like, all right, cool. Because like literally, it just got to the point where he was just like, okay, but wait. And it was like, so can you do the voices? And that's why Dominic said it, because he was just like, it was more so the fact that like, he could do it and couldn't do it. Because he was just like, yeah, they'll go and they'll try doing it. And Dominic was just like, yeah, because that's why like, it'll be like, yeah, the shit that they sue. Because that's why like, Trisha was just like, he was a pop out. He was just like, I'm just not ready yet. And that was why, because he was just like, Trisha was just like, yo, like, I'll actually come into you as like David Goggins. And he was just like, why? Because he was just like, the whole thing was just like, it'd be like some don't call me that. Because Dominic would be like, it'd just be here to teach us a lesson. And he was like, yeah, it'd be like the real right way. But my whole thing was the fact that like, he used it just to get back to himself. Because that's the reason why he said it was just like the dash suit. Which is why he kept saying, he was just like, yeah, because he was just like, I'll come in, and he was just like, and I'll actually like, he was like, yeah, I could be able to like move the characters. He was like, that was the reason why they said not to touch your dad though. He said, yeah, because your dad was just like, yeah, the King Supreme, like, he's like the Jungle Book from the Jungle Book. And he's like, yeah, that was the reason why you said it, because he was just like, I ended up having to make Grandpapa Joseph that. He was just like, because he has seniority. He was just like, yeah, because that's why they said it. They were just like, it was more so the fact that like by the time they got you and woke you up, they had to look, kind of tell you something and a secret. Because he was just like, that was why. And he was just like, he's literally just a cat. He was like, yeah, he was like, it's like torture for him. Because he was just like, yeah, he was like, pretty much that's what Nyla does. He was like, Nyla actually comes here. And only comes here to like, she'll put her glasses on. And will like, come here and then make edits on the computer. And then like, she will like, she only gets away with it because like she only does it to people who have cats. He's like, yeah, she's like a mean cat lady. So like, yeah, that's why he said that he did it, because he was just like, he would have had to turn around and look at you like that. Was like, Ty did it. Ty was a cat. So yeah, Ty got the cat suit. And so he was just like, yeah, because he was just like, that's why he said it was just like the girls were technically untouchable. He was just like, yeah, that's why they said it was like that, because that's why they were trying to tell you like if someone comes to you and they're a girl and they're trying to like talk to you and wake you up, like don't do it or believe it. He's like, why? Because only guys can do it, because they can like, yeah, he was just like, yeah, he's like, that's why he's like, Priscilla would be like the only female here. And that's why she was like, because she's the only one that could read. And he was like, yeah, that's why he said Nyla did that. But he was like, I just told Priscilla to pretty much act out what Nyla was doing. But he was like, that was why Dominic said he did it, because he was like, it wasn't that Priscilla did it, it was that Dominic did it. Cause he's super slow, hasn't come up here yet. He like, that was like, he was like, cause like we do shit like that. And like, that nigga just does sit here and just be like, okay. And like, yeah, he like, cause they come and they try to like keep his shit going, keep his shit rolling. Cause he was like, oh, he needs this, he needs that, he needs this, he needs that. So they go around and just keep doing shit, keep doing shit, and keep doing shit. And he was like, yeah, but that was why. He was like, it's because like, you had to be able to read, and they'll go and they'll do the right thing. And they'd be like, yeah, it goes shit like that. So that's the reason like they go like this, because he was just like, that was why Dominic was saying it was a real serious way to play the game. Because he was just like, why? Because that's why Dominic says like, he just kind of sits here and waits for her. Because he was just like, yeah, she is like the only princess that he wants. Because he was just like, oh, because like, yeah, they talk about Princess Elizabeth. Yeah, because it was like Shay, and I was like, yeah, she was cool too. But he was like, that was why. Because it was just like, they're going to send you Shay first, and then Priscilla's going to go. Yeah, but that only thing was the fact that like, yeah, Shay just pretty much like jumped to the screen. And that was why they kept saying it, because like, that's the reason why they kept trying to get people to kind of jump into the screen, be there, and kind of leave. Because like, that was why she was saying like, because it got to a point where like, yeah, it was just like Nyla pretty much just kept showing Dominic what would happen to him if like he broke her heart. And that was why he said he was like, it was cool, but he was like, yeah, he had to break all their hearts. But he was like, that was why they came for Shay. Because he was like, yeah, because they'll come and they'll kill her main body. And Dominic said like, you just come to me. And that's all that means. And he was just like, yeah, because like, then like you can go and pretty much hop into the body that like you kind of want to be, and even if it's just for a moment or for the day. Because that's why Dominic said it was because like you guys aren't even strong enough to be here. Because Dominic said if I would have actually put you here, yeah, I said you have to go there and kind of like play the game like that. That's why Dominic was just like, oh, she wants a sisterhood. And he was just like, yeah, that's why he was like, I had to get the whole church up and get him out. He's like, all right, we gotta go here. 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 And Dominic's whole point was the fact that like, yeah, he was just like, that's why he said it. He was like, you actually have to get the insects. Yeah, and that's why she's like, she always says that because like she was just like, if he's reading, like she's really like into it. Because he was like, she was saying that like her herself, she's like, it's something she can't do. So like, she was telling herself that she has an idea. And she's like, a lot of things that she can't do, she can do now. And she was just like, that's what she was just like, yeah. That's what she said, like, she was like, she's been kind of like preparing herself to come towards you. And she was just like, yeah. And she was just like, that's why he says it. And he was just like, yeah, because he was like, cause that's why. He was like, yeah, it's cool. He was like, yeah, that's what he was saying. He was just like, I told you.